Welcome back, beautiful tri-state area. You're listening to a Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. I'm your host, Zen Sams. Welcome back to the Better, Brighter You segment, brought to you by Cyspera, the revolutionary pigment corrector backed by science, not filters. As we step into cooler months, many of us notice those stubborn reminders of summer, uneven tone, melasma, or pigmentation that just won't fade. According to the American Academy of Dermatology, nearly 40% of women notice an increase in pigmentation irregularities post-summer, making fall and winter the ideal time to rejuvenate and repair. Joining me right now is Diane Gibson. She's a registered nurse seasoned with over 25 years of experience in healthcare and aesthetics. She's the founder of Fitzy Shades Beauty and Wellness in Prosper, Texas. She blends medical precision with holistic care, creating inclusive solutions that empower clients to look and feel their best. We're going from sun to glow and resetting post-summer skin. Welcome to the show, superstar.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Welcome. So wonderful to have you on the show. I'm going to dive right in. So it's amazing how the skin tells the story of our seasons. I read that UV exposure accounts for up to 80% of visible aging, and dermatologists often refer to the fall months as recovery season for the skin. As we transition from summer to fall and winter, what changes do you typically see in your patient's skin, especially when it comes to pigment and sun damage showing up after those sunny months?
So a lot of what I see, especially here in our great state of Texas, we don't have 4 seasons. So it's like 90 degrees here still. So you still have people that are still just having some of the issues that they carried on from the summer. So and what I like to see, what I see all the time, people kind of put all this stuff on hold for the summer. Kids are like in school, out of school. So all the moms are like coming back right now, and some of them are in bad shape. They've been on vacation. They've neglected all the skincare. They haven't been getting their treatments. So we're having to clean up a lot.
That makes so much sense. The idea that summer fun can leave behind uneven pigmentation or dullness really highlights how vital year-round skin protection and repair truly are.
Yes.
Now, Texas sun doesn't play at all. Melasma, which affects around 6 million American women, tends to flare with heat and light exposure, even from devices. So it's fascinating how environmental and hormone intertwines here. So in Texas, where the sun exposure is intense, do you notice a spike in melasma or post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation this time of year? And if so, how do you adjust your treatment approach?
So we definitely notice that. And we start to see a lot of it starting in the spring because we get that high heat, like sometimes starting in April, and we can still have that going until like Halloween. And so kind of how we love our product, Cyspera. One of the things we love about that is we love that we can use it all year round. So we're able to have our patients use it during the summer. But in addition to that, we kind of compare or combine that with one of our laser technologies, the Aerolase. This is a laser that is amazing, and it has a great melasma protocol, and it is also safe to use all year round. So like between the two of those, we're able to kind of get a good handle on melasma because we're able to kind of like treat the pigment and address the vascular component of melasma.
Absolutely. And you said it. That's where Cyspera's unique formula really stands out, especially because it's safe across all Fitzpatrick skin types.
Yes.
And I love that inclusivity factor. It's skincare that meets everyone where they are. Now, coming into the fall during that colder season, many aesthetic experts say it's prime time for corrective procedures since there's less UV interference. And winter is often considered treatment season for lasers and peels. What do you recommend for long-term pigment maintenance once patients finish procedures?
So I recommend that pigment procedures for people that struggle with hyperpigmentation, I like to liken it or compare it to how you're going to treat your grays. It's not going to stop. Okay. This is going to be a lifelong thing. You're going to ride into the sunset, always doing things and having maintenance skincare to prevent it. So it never stops. So we're going to treat before, after we get done with those procedures, we're going to just constantly be on things that are going to suppress the things in our skin that causes the hyperpigmentation. So it's just going to always be an ongoing thing. And that's why, again, one of the reasons why we love this Cyspera, because we can use that. We get people on it for a certain amount of time. We add other things in like potent antioxidants, and they're just going to, from now on, just be on these treatments, just like you would treat any other thing. You're always going to be addressing your hair or nails. It's just a constant thing.
And that's a really smart approach. It reminds listeners that aesthetic results are built in layers, right? The prep, the procedure, and that post-care, they truly matter. And you mentioned something about Cyspera. I mean, that's a revolutionary product that's clinically researched and clinically verified. And it's a key part of the journey, because many people think results are set and forget, but melanin regulation is really, like you said, ongoing. And maintenance with medical grade pigment correctors like Cyspera really helps sustain results without the downtime or that irritation that some hydroquinone regimens cause. So I love that you're talking about this and that this is part of your narrative.
I love about it versus the hydroquinone is that, with hydroquinone, you really need to make sure that you're not using it at certain times over 90 days. Sometimes with consumers, when you give them a good thing, they don't know. You tell them something, and so you're almost going to give them something to protect them from themselves, right? And this is kind of like a product. Cyspera is one that's like a no-fail kind of thing. If they go on with it, we don't have to worry that they're going to be doing damage to themselves if they were on it for longer than like 90 days. So I love that about it.
And you said something very important earlier. Consistency is everything, because I always say skin is like fitness. You can't expect tone without training, and pigment health is no different. Maintenance equals momentum. So following that protocol and that regimen really truly is the difference between these modalities working and not, right?
Exactly.
Now, we've seen much innovation lately, from exosome technology to at-home delivery systems that rival clinic results. Even according to Allure's 2025 skincare forecast, smart actives and multi-pathway pigment correctors are leading the next wave of skin science. So looking ahead into the new year, what trends or innovations in pigment correction or skin health are you planning to bring into your practice?
So one of the things, and I'm a professional laser technician also. Okay. I love the fact that we can bring people in for these kind of big guns kind of things, like every so often here inside the med spa, but that they can go home with something like Cyspera and so the other things that they can like use for a good result. One of the things that we're seeing that's like popular is treating the intimate areas. We're in a time now that even in our area is very diverse, but we have entertainers. We have people that are like OnlyFans models. And so they're needing everything to look camera ready. So one of the things that we're offering is like our kind of like glow package for these areas where they can have, armpits, the area,
The vaginal area.
I'm trying to figure. I can just throw it out there. But the vaginal area, we're doing laser hair removal. We're also lasering that area to kind of shrink up tissues to make things look nice and presentable. And we're taking care of the color or discoloration that you can find in that area with products like Cyspera, because it can be used everywhere. You could use it in those intimate areas. You could use it on the lips, around the eyes, everywhere. So that's one of the things that we're kind of excited about, like in terms of rolling out and promoting, because people don't talk about it. But
I love it. Now, moving on, being mindful of the time, because beauty is also about joy and community. I love when clinics create experiences that make self-care feel celebratory, not clinical, right? So let's chat about all the fun stuff that you have coming up this season. What new events or skincare packages or protocols do you have lined up for your practice?
So we are so excited because here at Fitzy Shades Beauty and Wellness, we have purchased a new space. And so we're in our new space, and we actually are going to have a grand opening ribbon cutting event in November. And during that time, we are looking to kind of really just put out all of our packages for all of this stuff. This is a time that in our community, anywhere from teens to people that have mature skin, everybody is needing something, And so we're putting together packages for the lasers, the skincare, the Cyspera. What I love about it, everybody can benefit from that. my darker skin types, and I actually treat everyone, but I specialize in skin of color and anti-aging. We know that it has other components in there that actually helps with wrinkles. So this is between that and the lasers and all the other things. We're excited about rolling that out. And this is definitely going to be a community event. So
Well, that sounds incredible, Diane. You've created such an inclusive space. I mean, your Fitzy Shades concept alone says it all. It's beauty without bias, and that's exactly the kind of message we need heading into 2026, I think.
did I ever tell you about the name and how we came up with Fitzy? I didn't.
No, I'd love to
Oh,
hear
okay, I'll
about it.
tell you. Okay, so you know that we all fall within a certain Fitzpatrick skin type, right? From 1 to 6. So Fitzy is a play on that. And we want people to know that we safely treat all Fitzpatrick skin types between 1 and 6. So whether you're, white and bright, or you're deeply melanated, this is a safe space for everyone. And so that's where the Fitzy Shades portion of that name came from, just kind of putting it out there. And people get that education when they come in and know that, this is a safe space for you, and we're going to get you taken care of.
Wow. Well, you definitely went with it where there is no path and left a great big trail in your industry. I mean, you have it down packed to a science, and your Fitzy Med Spa sounds like a place I want to come visit.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome here, honey. It's definitely it's a vibe and an experience. So,
well, congratulations to you, and thank you so much for sharing your expert talk with us. It was so much fun hearing it all, and now I have so much more tips ahead for the fall months to make sure that my skin is at its prime and best. So thank you so much. I appreciate
you're welcome.
you.
I appreciate your time. Thank you.
For our listeners, if your skin is showing signs of summer, now's the time to renew and rebalance. You can learn more about Cyspera, the gold standard in pigment correction, at Cyspera.com, and you can follow Fitzy Shades Beauty directly on the gram for expert skincare and seasonal tips from registered nurse Diane Gibson, because the better, brighter you begins with science, consistency, and confidence. You can head directly to their website at FitzyShadesMedSpa.com. You can follow Diane directly on the gram at Diane Gibson. And again, make sure you're following Fitzy Shades Med Spa directly on Instagram. That was the Better, Brighter You segment brought to you by Cyspera. You're listening to A Moment of Xen. I'm your host, Zen Sams. We'll be right back after this.
A Moment of Xen is brought to you by Cyspera. If skin discoloration is making it hard to find your Zen, Cyspera can help. Stubborn pigmentation, dark spots, and uneven skin tone concerns go beyond the surface, affecting both confidence and self-expression. In a sea of skincare choices, Cyspera stands apart. Backed by science and trusted by dermatologists worldwide, Cyspera is powered by the advanced cysteamine isobonic amide complex, delivering clinically proven results and effectively targeting mild to persistent discoloration while restoring the skin's natural glow. Unlike harsh treatments, Cyspera is formulated for all skin types, including sensitive areas, ensuring visible improvements without irritation. Whether pigmentation is a new concern or a long-standing struggle, Cyspera works in harmony with the skin to bring balance, clarity, and renewed confidence. Cyspera is science-driven skincare for confidence that shines. Find your skin zen and restore your glow with Cyspera today by heading to Cyspera.com.